Holy muggle nuts. I feel like I'm in Dumbledore's Pensive, and I've got all of these memories that aren't my own that are flooding into my brain. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host and lad of the Largo, Ken Levine. I am a classical singer and vocal coach here on YouTube, and today we are reacting to Tool and their song Lateralus. But before we do that, please remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and do all of the YouTube-y stuff so that you don't miss out on any of the great content that we produce here every week on the channel. I did a little bit of research on this song, not too much though. Apparently this song is based in part on the Fibonacci sequence, which is of course a sequence of numbers that corresponds to the geometric shape of a perfect spiral. So we will find out how Tool uses the constraints of the Fibonacci sequence to inform the music. Let's take a look. This is like just the warm-up with the guitar riff at the beginning. Oh, you gotta listen to this with headphones on because I can hear sort of like a pulse happening. Almost like a heartbeat or something going on. It's very trance-like. Hear the drums coming in now. Okay, so initial thoughts here. Wow, the transitions don't give you much time to sort of adjust to them. You have to start off with this sort of lull, trance-like meditative ease into things, and then you hear the steady pulse of what sounds like a heartbeat, you know, through a sonogram or an ultrasound or something. And then boom, you're into this interesting guitar riff that has this odd meter, so it's sort of like it could be 4/4 plus 3/8 or something, you know, like they add on a few extra beats or a beat and a half onto it. You know, from what I've been learning of Tool, this is kind of standard for them. They don't ever take the easy approach. They want to challenge not only themselves but also the listener. Okay, so there's some interesting things too with the vocals. So as I understand it, the lyrics are based upon the Fibonacci sequence in that it's a sequence of numbers, and the syllables of each of the words correspond directly to the Fibonacci sequence. So what was it? Black and white, you know, 1, 1, 2, or something like that. That's really cool how they use that constraint of the Fibonacci sequence to inform how they were going to structure the lyrical content. I just want to stop it again. As below, so above. As below, so above. I thought that was like a... Isn't that a movie? Like it was a horror movie from a few years ago? But I think it's something... Maybe this was before the movie. As below, so above is a motto associated with the sacred geometry, Hermeticism, and the tarot. The phrase derives from the passage in the Emerald Tablet. it feels like there's layers upon layers within the text that they're drawing upon to create what? I'm not really sure. Okay, so we're back to the beginning. Listening to Maynard's vocals, and they're very pristine, they're very clear, and that's really great because you want to be able to hear, obviously, all those lyrics, but there's an interesting effect. It's almost like a latency effect on the vocal. Now, if you ever record yourself using a computer or, digital audio workstation, sometimes you'll experience a latency effect because the processing time of your computer is a little bit slow, and I get that a lot, especially when I have my headphones on. I perceive myself as sort of like a vocal doubling, which isn't reality because there isn't two of me when I listen back to the recording, only when I'm doing it live. And so when I'm listening to this, it's like it's like that latency effect, and it's really warm and inviting for me as a vocalist when I'm singing to experience that, but it's deceiving. I wonder if there's any audio engineers or any audio mixers, mixing engineers that know a little bit more about how they created that effect on the vocal, because to me it's like it could be a stereo slapback delay, but it might be something more. I don't really know, and would love to know, because I've been searching for that sound for my own vocals and I've never been able to manufacture it. But of course Tool can, because they're awesome. Oh, it is sort of like a vocal doubling that has created like a whisper as well as another solid. As below, so above, that line again. Overthinking, overanalyzing? I mean, Tool, this was your idea. I don't understand. Whoa. Holy muggle nuts. I feel like I'm in Dumbledore's Pensive, and I've got all of these memories that aren't my own that are kind of flooding into my brain. I feel like I'm looking into a kaleidoscope, and it's all of these changing colors. And there's this sort of fractal magnification as you sort of, you know, spiral down or spiral out. As the words suggest here, like I'm seeing this sort of constant evolving and changing, yet perfectly symmetrical and in its own sort of geometry image, and it's.
Do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth.
What truth?
There is no spoon.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay, so that bass pulsing, it was a little bit out of sync with everything, but perfectly in time with how, I don't know, like there was like some sort of polymetric rhythms going on within the song itself that just sort of seems so organic and natural, yet like if you were to pull them apart, I don't know that I would have the mental capacity to really sort of say, okay, well, this is the meter and this is how it all works. Oh, shiitake mushrooms, man. Like that is, yeah. Okay, words don't really make much sense right now. I'm just gonna plow through. Here we go. There's a lot of vocal distortion from Maynard right here. He's using a lot of that, not growl, but rasp in his voice. Classic rock and roll. Intensity, but it's pretty far back in the mix. Like you're not meant to focus on it. What key is that? Boom. Oh, man. Holy. Are we doing this again? No, I can't. I can't do this again. I can't do it. Part of me just wants to go in a corner in like the fetal position, and there's a part of me that just wants to extend out. Okay, there was a time during the middle of the song where I was picturing the entire galaxy and the spiral arms of the Milky Way. Like, what the hell? Okay, I can see why you guys love Tool. It's as dense a musical representation of the infinite and consciousness as you will ever find in any classical piece or classical piece of music. I want to learn more about the notion of sacred geometry, the Fibonacci sequence, the notion of, this kaleidoscope of, fractal geometry. And I'm not sure if there's any relationship between those concepts, and of course, the musical concepts and how they render that with their playing with meter and with time. And if there's anybody who understands or has already done the work to figure out the meter that Danny Carey is using, and obviously they're switching things up quite a bit, this must be a beast to play live. Incredible. Well done, Tool. And I feel like my mind is full. I will stop and leave it there. And please, if you want to leave a comment, leave that there in the comment section. Thank you all for going on this trip, and thank you all for your recommendations that I take on Tool and Lateralus as sort of the next step in my progression as a Tool fan. And if you have any more suggestions, please, again, leave them in the comment section. I do read the comments. I don't always have an opportunity to reply to them, but I find that I learn so much from all of you guys. So thanks, and we will see you next time.